Hello and welcome to Old Nerd Reads Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. These are brand new from Marvel. Well, they came out, I guess, last year actually, but I just finally got done reading them all. It started off with this one shot, Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime. This by writer Jason Aaron and a collection of artists. Disney artists, I believe. It's a lot of Italian names. And I know that there's a lot of Italian Duck comics, Uncle Scrooge comics, Donald Duck comics. So I don't know if these are the people that have been working on Duck comics for a long time, like back in the, I don't know, Gladstone days when they were published by Gladstone. Gemstone, is that what it was? Gladstone was a character in DuckTales, and Gemstone was the publisher. But anyway, Jason Aaron wrote this series, and it's a 4-issue series. And each issue has a collection of artists, some more popular comic book artists, or I should say Marvel Comics artists, some of like the Italian names. But here you have Dale Eaglesham in this issue. On the first issue, Mahmoud Asrar, I think that's how you say his name. He worked with Jason Aaron on the Conan comics that Marvel did a few years ago. Esad Ribic works on this issue. Pete Woods, Nick Bradshaw. Here we have one of the Kubert brothers. Which one is it? Let's look. Can't remember if it's Andy or Adam. But each issue, just Adam Kubert. But each of these issues has a collection of artists, and they each just draw a couple pages. This series is yet again another like multiverse story. It seems like everything that Marvel does now is some sort of multiverse tale. This isn't quite that, but it basically follows the same kind of formula and uses the same sort of tropes. But anyway, if we back up a little bit, we go back to this single issue, Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime. This kind of tells the story of... I have 3 of the variant covers. This is the main cover by Alex Ross. Here's a variant foil cover by Steve McNiven. And I also have one more cover. I have this one. I'm not sure who this cover artist is. Let's look and see if it'll tell us. Main cover by... Yeah, I'm not sure which cover this is. That's a lot of credits. But... yeah, this is just a one-shot. And I guess Jason Aaron was quite a Carl Barks, DuckTales, Scrooge McDuck, Donald Duck fan, and read all the old comics. And if you grew up on DuckTales like I did, or went to your grandparents' house and had the old Dell comics laying around, the old Disney Dell comics, the old Donald Duck stuff. If you're like me and you grew up with that, if you're an old nerd, this stuff is pretty good. I was impressed. Jason Aaron is a writer that either does a really great story or he does something I really don't even care about. But here we have a reprint in the back from an older Carl Barks comic, Christmas on Bear Mountain. One of Carl Barks' most famous comic strips. Probably from back in the 1940s, I would guess. Maybe the 1950s. So this is... Carl Barks is basically the artist that everyone grew to love Donald Duck and his nephews through, and then eventually Uncle Scrooge. But this is a fun story. Uncle Scrooge wants to teach his nephews, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Donald, the value of Christmas, of gifts, and he dresses up as this bear, but then there's a real bear, and hijinks ensue. If anybody out there who's read the original Carl Barks stuff would know, basically follows the same kind of formula you usually find in those old comics. They're a lot of fun. They're very creative. They're good stories. Here's a bunch of people talking about their love for the Donald Duck and the Uncle Scrooge comics. But this was a really cool one-shot, and I guess it did pretty well. It jumps around through Scrooge's timeline, and it's a story of how his infinity dime basically does a multiversal thing. The old Uncle Scrooge comics, there's a lot of history, and he had different eras where he was a gold prospector, where he was the Laird of Castle Macduff in Scotland, where he was a shoeshine boy in Dublin, Ireland, I think, when he was young. All before he was the Uncle Scrooge that we all know and love now with the money bin. And so this is just kind of a fun story to look at all the eras of Uncle Scrooge McDuck. But anyway, that series must have done, or that one shot must have done okay, because then Jason Aaron went on and did this 4-issue series, Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. And this, I mean, all the artists do such a good job of drawing Duckburg, drawing the ducks. Everything in here is really good. Here's some old art that they used as a collage on this page. But this kind of does the same thing as the Infinity Dime one-shot does. Aliens attack. They want Scrooge's money bin money. Uncle Scrooge has hidden it. And so the aliens have... See, most of these issues, most of the stories in these issues are taking place in Scrooge McDuck's head. See, the aliens have him tied up in this device, and they're trying to suck the location of his money out of his mind, out of his memories, and they're going through and deleting memories until they get to the one spot where, the one memory where his money is hidden. And these are the aliens. They have a name, and I can't think of what it is now, but they have these coin-operated robots that attack Duckburg and all the ducks. But this is Uncle Scrooge and his shoeshine boy, younger self. And each issue just takes you to like a different version of Scrooge Buck McDuck back in the Old West, cattle rustler. Great stuff. I was really impressed. I don't really buy new comics at all, but I am a DuckTales kid. I got home from school and hurried off the bus so I could catch DuckTales because it would start right about the time I'd set foot off my school bus. I collect the Carl Barks library that Fantagraphics Publishing is putting out, the nice hardcover reprints of the old Carl Barks material. I have a nice DVD collection of all the old Disney Donald Duck cartoons. I really love Donald Duck. I love the old Disney cartoons and comics. And when I saw this, and it was written by Jason Aaron, my interest was sufficiently piqued that I actually bought some current comics. I usually don't. But these 4 issues were pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Artwork. The artwork alone is worth picking them up for, if nothing else. But the story's cool. Like I said, it's a multiverse story, basically. And the same thing Marvel does all the time now. I don't know why. But yeah, I just wanted to share this real quick in case anybody was curious about these new Disney Marvel mashups. Marvel Comics producing Disney comics. Anybody who's curious, a little rundown on it. So what do you think? Have you read these? Would you like to read these? Comment down below. If you know another old nerd out there that'd be interested in this kind of thing, please share the video with them. Give me a like, and I'll hopefully I'll see you next time. Another series that I do on this channel is I'm reading my Marvel comics in order. I'm currently in year 1977, just started that year. Got about 100 episodes in of that, where I'm just reading through my Marvel Comics collection in publishing date order and doing a video on each issue. If that sounds cool, please subscribe. And I really hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.